Rebecca! Are you still working overtime? I've been waiting for you outside the main gates of the office for ages. I can come give you a hand finishing off your work if you like.
Is that Alex?
Hey, Rebecca! Yep, it's me. Thanks for finally responding to me. So, what do you think? Please respond. What time does your overtime finish? I don't mind coming and helping you out, you know.
I got off at the usual time today.
Huh? What? But that doesn't make sense. I rushed straight to the front gates at home time. I was the first one out here. There's no way I could have missed you.
I'm meeting someone today, so I left through the western entrance that leads out onto the car park.
Huh?
I hitched a ride from a coworker who drives to work.
You did what? You should have told me first.
Why should I have to tell you about my plans? It's not like I ever agreed to meet you in the first place.
Don't be like that. You know that's just how our relationship is. I've always loved how we can be spontaneous with each other.
Excuse me?
That's just how we are together, right? We don't have to go out of our way to announce things because we kind of just have this instinctive sense of what the other is doing. Communication of heart to heart, mind to mind. It's like a kind of a psychic link we have.
I really don't know what you mean.
I see. Maybe you're a little, I don't know, insensitive? I guess we probably feel it to different degrees, huh? Nah, whatever. Can't be helped. No use crying over spilled milk. We're gonna have to work together to train our connection with each other a little more from now on. Become a little more in touch with our instincts, you know? Are you with me, or are you with me?
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. You lost me at, that's just how we are together. I never knew we were like anything together. Let's face it, Alex, me and you aren't particularly close, are we? I don't mean to sound rude, but I wouldn't even call you a friend.
Aw, not this again! Surely I don't have to spell it out. I think deep down, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, I really don't.
I actually love this about you. I think it's so cute. But you could try to be more honest with yourself sometimes.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means we're gonna have to do some training to work on strengthening our psychic link. Think of it as homework.
Training? Homework?
There's no rush, though. Let's just do our best and have some fun along the way. Rebecca? Did you go home before me again? We're never gonna make any progress with our psychic link training if you keep doing this, you know.
Alex? What are you talking about? I've gotta be honest, I had no idea what you were talking about the other day, and I have no idea now.
Ugh, really? This again? After all we've been through together, you're still playing dumb? You don't have to do this, you know. I know, so that's why. You're just shy. This is just too cute.
Okay, you're making so little sense that it's actually scaring me now. Not only that, but you've been waiting for me outside the office at home every single day for the last week or so. And if that wasn't weird enough, you even started trying to follow me home, didn't you?
You always end up running off into a crowd of people so fast, it's like you're trying to escape from something, so I lose sight of you every time. I still didn't make it to your house.
What do you want? I have no idea why you're doing this, and it's scaring me.
It looks like our psychic link training thus far has been insufficient.
What?
Listen, Rebecca, the only reason I try to follow you home is so I can see to it that you make it back safely. That's all I want. I care about you, you know. I care about you deeply.
I don't need you to do that.
No, no, no. I just can't accept that. You need me whether you realize it or not. Don't we have the kind of relationship where we look out for one another? What if something happened to you?
Like I said, we don't have any kind of relationship.
And like I said, this is your homework. To be honest, though, I am kind of aware now that the only reason you do this is because you're too shy and embarrassed to admit your true feelings.
I have no idea what you mean. I've told you before. We're not close. We're not even friends. The only reason you're able to message me now is because you got my number from the office group chat. You never got my permission to message me privately, and I never gave you my number in the first place.
It may be so that the winds of fate brought us together through work, but our relationship has evolved and blossomed into something far stronger, far deeper since then.
It hasn't evolved into anything.
Yeah, you don't have to get all embarrassed with me.
I am not embarrassed. I'm creeped out.
I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. Like I said, I do think you're super cute when you get all shy. However, we still have a lot of work to do on cultivating our psychic link. I want you to feel it as strongly as I do. I know. Let's decide on a deadline to finish your homework by.
Homework? What the hell are you talking about?
Okay, tomorrow it is. I'm gonna be testing you on your homework tomorrow when we get off work, so make sure you're ready. I'll book us in at a nice restaurant downtown, so wait for me outside the office, okay?
I'd appreciate it if you didn't make decisions for me.
No, this is just no good. You might be shy and embarrassed, but that doesn't mean you get to extend your homework deadline.
I told you I'm not embarrassed. I'm mega creeped out.
See you tomorrow, sweet cheeks.
I'm not going with you, and don't call me that. Good evening, it's Rebecca. Hi, Rebecca. Is everything okay? I'm really sorry to message you after work like this. Is now a good time? Yes, now is fine. What's wrong? Did something happen? There's something urgent I need to talk to you about. About work? No. Well, yes, kind of. It's about Alex Bendel from the production department. Alex? What about him? He's one of your coworkers, if I remember rightly? That's right. The thing is, he recently started waiting for me outside the office every single day when I get off work. Waiting for you? To be honest, I have absolutely no idea why he's doing it. He's constantly harping on about our relationship and how we have some kind of psychic link. Then when I try to tell him to tell me why he's doing what he's doing, he just changes the subject and tells me I have homework to do. Citing tomorrow as my homework deadline, he took it upon himself to book us in at a restaurant in downtown, despite the fact that I never agreed to it or even expressed an interest. Waiting outside the office like some kind of stalker every day was bad enough, but now he's trying to force me to go out to eat with him. I feel like it's escalating. I obviously told him I won't be going, but I couldn't tell you whether he understands that or not. Wow, you're right. His behavior makes no sense. And to be frank, it's downright disturbing. It's not exactly normal to be told you're going to dinner with someone you're not even friends with all of a sudden. That's what I mean. In truth, the only times I ever speak to him is at work about office-related things. Even then, we speak no more than once a week at most. Other than that, all I can think of is that sometimes I say hi to him when we pass each other in the corridor. We're certainly not on good enough terms to justify him using terms like our relationship. Right, you're officially engaged after all. I get the feeling Alex is making the mother of all misunderstandings here. I'm sorry, I know I should really be talking about this with Nigel directly. But he's abroad for work, and it's the middle of the night for him right now. It's fine, don't worry. In fact, I'm glad you came to me. You did the right thing. After all, I'm not just your fiancé's mother. It's my responsibility as your boss to deal with this, and deal with it I will. Thank you so much, Michelle. I feel a lot better having spoken to you. Right. Let me see if I can reserve us the conference room for a little while. Me, you, and Nigel will all do a video call and discuss this together. Got it. Thanks again. Depending on how things play out, announcing yours and Nigel's engagement to everyone at work is an option, and to be honest, I think it might be for the best. You're right. We are getting married next week. Okay.
Hey, Rebecca! I don't even know what to say. You surprised me big time with that one. I had no idea our psychic link training would start working this quickly. This is why you're my super special honey pumpkin. I knew I could count on you, babe.
Shouldn't you be working overtime?
Don't be silly. I don't think anyone's gonna hold a little slacking on the job against me today of all days. I can't tell you how happy I am about not having to keep our love a secret at work anymore. We can be officially out in the open.
Out in the open?
Oh, Rebecca, this bashfulness of yours is getting kind of old. We're public now, you know. I guess it will take some time to get used to. But really, I had no idea tonight's dinner would end up being our engagement anniversary.
Excuse me?
What is it, my delightful and adorably sweet, scrumptious sugar dumpling?
Why the heck should I have to go to dinner with the likes of you after announcing my wedding?
Isn't it obvious? It's only natural to celebrate our engagement with some fine wine and delicious food.
What?
I heard. You announced our engagement to your department at about 1 p.m. today. It didn't take long for it to spread to the whole company through the group chat. In fact, I think the company even sent it around as an official message. They must be really happy for us, huh? I never knew you had it in you to be so bold. There was me, thinking I'd have to be the one who made the moves. And then you go and do something like this. You're amazing, baby. You'll never believe it, but I actually intended to propose to you at tonight's dinner. You beat me to it, you little rascal. This is what I mean by our psychic link. Don't worry, my overtime's gonna finish real soon, so I won't be long.
I'm pretty sure my fiancé's name was written in that official company message in the group chat you just mentioned.
Huh? Well, yeah, of course my name was on there. I didn't need to read the whole thing, though, did I, babe? It's pretty obvious since I'm the one you proposed to.
Wrong. Please read the message.
Why?
Because you're not my fiancé.
Seriously, Rebecca? You're still being bashful after we've come all this way? I told you, don't need to be shy about us.
Just do what I said, read the message, and see for yourself.
Ah, I see. I think I get it now. You want me to look at the message, so the image of our two names written together will be burned into my retinas. That's actually really romantic. I can't exactly go refusing a direct order from my future wife, now can I? Guess I have no choice. Hold on a sec, okay, babe? Huh? What the?
I take it you read the message?
Manager of Global Operations. Nigel Thompson?!
That's right. Not only that, but he's Michelle, my boss's son. And the CEO's cousin. He's set to be part of the executive management of this company one day.
No, no, no! There has to be some kind of mistake! How did this happen? Was it a typo? Things could get seriously awkward if we don't fix this! We need to hurry!
There's no mistake. My fiancé is Nigel Thompson, not you.
Why would you hide your true feelings from me and marry some randomer?
Excuse me?
It's as plain as day that you're head over heels in love with me! We have a special bond, an unbreakable psychic link, cultivated through sheer force of love and will!
We don't have a psychic link, and we never did. I think you might actually be insane. All this crap about training and housework was just you trying to force your deluded fantasies onto me. I made it clear from the beginning I wanted nothing to do with any of it.
No, no, no! I won't accept it! You're wrong! I feel the depth and intensity of your love for me every time we pass each other in the corridor! The sultry, suggestive warmth of your gaze, the tender intimacy of your smile, the longing in your voice, you can't hide it, Rebecca! You're head over heels in love with me, and our psychic link is unbreakable!
What the heck? So that's why? But I smile and say hi to everyone.
You do?
Besides, I see other women at work smiling and saying hi to you all the time. What's different about me? Why am I head over heels in love with you and they're not?
Well, it's just, there's something different about the quality of your smile.
Interesting. You seem to be in the grips of quite the misunderstanding.
What? Misunderstanding?
Yes, misunderstanding. Allow me to repeat myself. My fiancé is Nigel Thompson, not you. Welcome to reality. Has it sunk in yet?
Wait, please! You have no idea what a difficult situation this puts me in!
A difficult situation?
I just handed in my resignation!
What? Why?
Your dad is the CEO of one of our main client companies, right? I thought with us getting married, it didn't make much sense to carry on working at this company since I'd be appointed as your dad's successor and the future CEO of his! Which is why I thought it best to hand in my resignation ASAP!
My brother-in-law took over the company 2 years ago.
What?!
My sister's husband is the current CEO.
No way! Is this some kind of twisted joke? Holy mother of heck, this is bad! I have to withdraw my resignation immediately!
Actually, I don't think it matters what you do at this point. Reports of your creepy behavior towards several other of the female employees surfaced, and management will be taking action. Even if you do withdraw your resignation, you probably won't be staying at this company for much longer.
What? What do you mean?
The HR department conducted an investigation this morning, which involved questioning every single female employee at the company. It took them about 2 hours to get through everyone, and apparently they found some very worrying information.
Huh?
By the way, HR conducted the investigation without mentioning any names. They just asked open-ended questions about whether they thought the office was a safe working environment for women. Every single woman who had anything negative to say about anyone mentioned your name and your name only, and all sorts of reports of your predatory behavior came to light.
Oh my god!
Seems like it wasn't just me you were convinced was your soulmate. You followed girls around the office, followed them home, slammed your hand on the wall as they tried to get away from you. I hear you've even been making sexual advances at women with husbands. And what was that about winking and making inappropriate, hip-thrusting gestures at people in the cafeteria?
Inappropriate?
This is a clear violation of the company's code of conduct. Thinking about it logically, rather than being fired or facing some kind of disciplinary discharge, things would probably work out better for you if you just allowed your resignation to go through.
This can't be happening!
Well, it is! Don't let the door hit you on the way out. The next day, Alex charged into my department's office like a raging bull, screaming, "Rebecca, my love, marry me!" at the top of his lungs before getting down on one knee by my desk. The police ended up getting involved because he started a boxing match with one of the guys who stepped in to restrain him. Of the 7 women who told HR he'd been harassing them, 4 of them decided to file official police reports because they said he made them feel like they were in genuine physical danger. Things really aren't looking great for Alex right now. He did get a small lump sum in the form of a severance package because he resigned voluntarily. But he was forced to go into debt because it didn't come close to covering the exorbitant amounts of compensation he owed to his victims, though very kindly agreed to settle out of court. I heard he broke down in tears and cried uncontrollably into his lawyer's lap, mumbling something about his romance-filled life plan being ruined in between bouts of hysterical sobbing. He did try looking for another job afterwards, but word of his reputation as a prolific sex pest and all-around weirdo soon spread locally, and no company would give him a look-in. Last I heard, he's currently scraping by a living, working whatever day jobs he can find, while desperately trying to keep up with his hefty debt repayments.
Anya, you got a minute? I need to talk to you about something.
Why, what do you want, Bruce? I'm having lunch with my friend right now.
I'm sorry, it won't take long. I hate to bug you when you're busy, but it's super important.
Make it quick. My luxury steak will be arriving any time now. It's hardly gonna taste good if it goes cold now, is it? Come on, out with it already. This better be good. Do you understand how valuable my time is?
Look, the thing is, I got fired from my job.
Excuse me?
Remember how I told you about my boss who hates my guts? The one who's had it in for me since day one? Seems like he didn't understand what kind of work we IT engineers actually do. He's been calling us all useless deadweights for months. It was mostly behind our backs until now. But last week, a new CEO stepped up. That new CEO decided the company needed to undergo some personnel reorganization in order to bring down costs. As part of that reorganization, my boss pitched the genius idea of laying off every single IT engineer because we were useless and don't contribute anything to the company. The new CEO, who I can only conclude is more tech illiterate than my grandma, believed his lies, resulting in every single IT engineer being laid off today, me included.
What? Are you telling me you're unemployed?
They told me to finalize all the handover paperwork this week, so I'll carry on working until the end of the month. But they said I won't be getting paid for any of it. Which means, yeah, starting today, I guess I'm unemployed.
This can't be happening. What the hell is going on?
Right? Seriously, what the hell's going on? I've always had a gut feeling their corporate practices were shady. I guess I just didn't think too much of it because it never affected me. Until now.
No, I mean you! What the hell are you doing?
Huh?
You got fired from your job? How dare you! What do you plan on doing about it? What about the new luxury bag I bought yesterday? That cost me $1,500. Is it gonna pay for itself? What about the huge house we were gonna have built? Is it gonna build itself? What about the flights and accommodations for my holiday with my friends next month? Are they going to book themselves? What about cash withdrawals from your bank card? Are they gonna materialize out of goddamn thin air? Where am I gonna get my money from now? Do you seriously think it's acceptable to get fired?
Just try to be rational about this for a minute, Anya. I'm not gonna be making any money at all for a little while. At least until I find another job. So we're gonna have to tighten our belts a little. That means only spending on absolute necessities.
Oh my god, how dare you! This has got to be some kind of sick joke.
I'm sorry, babe, I really am. It's not all bad, though. There's a major shortage of IT engineers across several industries right now. I don't think it'll take me very long at all to find something else. All we have to do is survive in the meantime. It'd help so much if you got a part-time job, too. Can you do that for me, babe? Will you support me through this? I'm gonna find something new as quickly as I possibly can. I'm 100% committed. I know this is tough, but I just know that if we work as a team, we can get through it. We can get through anything. Let's work together and show the world what we're made of.
I want a divorce.
Huh?
I can't be married to some unemployed loser. Me? Get a part-time job? You must be out of your mind. I could never bring myself to do something so embarrassing. Can you imagine if my friends saw me working some supermarket job meant for poor people? I'd never live it down.
Wow, come on. Anya, really? Are you really being like this?
I don't want to tighten my belt like some destitute bum. I have a right to spend money, and I do not intend on relinquishing it. I have no interest in going out of my way to find a job where I'd probably have to work alongside high school dropouts to support my penniless wet noodle of a husband. I'd sooner divorce than downgrade my standard of living. I want a divorce, now.
What? Come on, you can't mean that, Anya! Seriously! You'd throw away our marriage over this? You've been spending my money like it grows on trees this whole time. You buy luxury bags, jewelry, you're always eating out with your friends, you go on holidays, and all on my dime. Then, the moment I get fired, you toss me out like some piece of garbage?
Duh, obviously. The only reason I married you in the first place was because you had a decent salary. Face it, I've always been out of your league. If you don't have any money, that leaves your value to me at precisely 0. Please tell me why any woman in her right mind would stay with you to deal with the mess you've made. What use is an ATM with no money in it?
Don't say things like that! I'm not an ATM, I'm a human being! We've been married for 3 years, damn it! Is that all I was to you this whole time? Did you never love me?
No. What I loved was spending your money. You're useless to me without that. You've outlived your use. I'm going to live with Mummy and Daddy. I'll leave the divorce papers on the table in the living room. You better make damn sure you hand them in ASAP. Goodbye.
Anya, please! Just give me one more chance, please! I'm begging you!
Bruce, pick up. This is urgent.
What is it? What do you want?
You don't have to speak to me like that. Look, I just bumped into one of your friends. She said you were climbing the corporate ladder and doing really well for yourself now. She said you are a manager? Your salary must be through the roof. Is it true you're living in the new luxury apartment block on Splendor Row? What on earth is going on, Bruce? I thought you got fired.
Whoopsie! Looks like I've been found out. Who was it? Who let the cat out of the bag?
Explain yourself! This isn't acceptable and you need to explain yourself at once.
I was sure it'd be at least a year before you found out. Oh well, there's no use hiding anymore. Alright, I confess. The thing is, I lied about everything.
Huh?
To tell you the truth, I was never unemployed. I was headhunted by one of my old co-workers from my last job.
Huh? What does that mean? Tell me!
It means I was never really unemployed at all. I lied. I mean, I did get fired, so I didn't lie about that bit. My boss really did call the IT engineers useless. And he really did fire us all in one fell swoop of blind idiocy. But coincidentally, on the very same day, I got an email from my old coworker inviting me to join his company. Apparently, he only got it up and running a few months back, but it was already growing at a mind-blowing pace, and their limited number of employees were struggling to keep up with demand. My skill set meant I required no training, so I was an immediate asset. And I was even offered a position as an IT manager, which meant my salary went up too. I didn't need to hear any more. I accepted immediately. Not only did I feel great about finally getting away from the boss whose hobby was treating me like crap, but it was great to be given the opportunity to work for my old coworker and friend at a company that would actually respect and appreciate me for my talent. It was a no-brainer based on that alone. But when I heard about how generously they were willing to pay me, I was over the moon. I'm surfing a wave of success and no one can bring me down.
But wait, this doesn't make any sense. Why did you tell me you got fired and were gonna be unemployed? You said you wouldn't be making money anymore. Why didn't you tell me you got headhunted by your friend?
I lied to you on purpose.
What? On purpose?
I intentionally told you I was unemployed, in the hope that you would divorce me. Honestly, though, I had no idea it would be that easy.
What? You did it because you wanted to divorce me? Why? Weren't you happy? What did I do?
Because I was sick of you wasting all my money. We'd barely been married 5 minutes when you suddenly quit your job without telling me and decided you were going to be a stay-at-home housewife. You went out with your wannabe celeb friends every single day for luxury dinners and lunches. Or to the salon for manicures so expensive they could solve world hunger. You bought what seemed like the same goddamn jewelry and bags costing $1,500 a piece on a weekly basis. You went on more holidays than a Hollywood socialite. Basically, you did whatever the hell you wanted with my money, whenever you wanted, without any regard for how I might feel about it. You said you were going to be a stay-at-home housewife, but even then, you hired a housekeeper and left everything for her. Try putting yourself in my shoes for a moment. What's the point of having a wife like that?
It wasn't my fault. What was I supposed to do? All my friends' husbands are celebs who make over $100K a year. A woman has to keep up with the Joneses. What would you have me do? Be ostracized? Ugh, why am I even bothering? You can never understand.
That's right, I don't. I warned you countless times to stop wasting my money. I may as well have been speaking to a brick wall. You barely even acknowledged me, let alone had any intention of curbing your reckless habits. Which is why I thought it'd be useless to raise the issue of divorce since you'd only have ignored that too. I figured my only option was to scheme my way out. Thinking about it logically, I came to the conclusion that if my only value to you was my wallet, then if my wallet disappeared, you'd be more than happy to divorce me, and we probably wouldn't even fight over it. Man, did I hit the bullseye! It was a little embarrassing at the time, but I thought my whole beg like a clingy, desperate loser act at the end was worthy of an Oscar. Maybe I should take up acting as a side hustle.
Wait, this means that basically you tricked me? You lied, schemed, and contrived your way into a divorce.
To be completely honest, yes. Yes, that's exactly what I did. And now that we're divorced, I'm finally free! I no longer have to deal with you. I no longer have to deal with my abusive jerk of a boss. I get to work at a company where I'm valued and respected, and in a higher position to boot. No longer having to deal with your parasitic behavior means I get to spend every cent of my salary myself. Now I'm living a life carefree comfort in my luxury apartment with my adorably cute cat. I'm having the time of my life. Things have genuinely never been better, and I'm so happy.
Bruce, please. Listen, honey, I've been doing some thinking, and I think that maybe I misunderstood you.
Excuse me?
Well, now that you mention it, you are really hardworking and good at your job. Anyone who could find a new job so immediately after getting fired must be super smart and talented. I'm really proud of you for all you've done, honey. I was so shocked when you told me you got fired that I just couldn't think straight. I don't know what came over me when I said all those things. It was just the stress and worry talking. I never meant any of it. I'm really sorry. I regret divorcing you, babe. It was the biggest mistake of my life. What do you say? Shall we give it another shot? Let's get remarried.
You've gotta be kidding me! Why? No way! Why would I do that? Who voluntarily reinfects themselves after getting rid of a parasite? I would literally have to be insane to even consider remarrying you.
Look, Bruce, the thing is, something happened. I did initially move back in with my folks, but my dad had a stroke last month. There was no danger to his life, but we were told he would need constant care for the foreseeable future. I thought Mom would try forcing me to be his carer because I don't have a job. So I did what anyone would do and escaped in the night while they slept. I'm staying at a hotel for the time being, but it won't be long before the money dries up completely. That's why I'm begging you, Bruce, please, let's give us another shot.
Absolutely not. You're clearly only interested in my money. Who in their right mind would oblige something so outlandish? Are you even aware of how ridiculous you are? We're divorced, and that's the end of it. We ain't getting back together. If there's even a shred of decency hidden away anywhere inside of you, you'll move back in with your parents and look after your poor dad.
No, I won't go back there. I don't want to be some old man's carer. That's disgusting. Bruce, please. I'll save up your money and do as much housework as possible this time, I swear. I can change. Let me prove it to you, baby. I'll do anything, I swear. Just take me in.
Not happening. I have no interest in associating with such a gold digger. You're vile. Anyway, I'd love to carry on chatting, but I have a super important meeting to make soon. It's with my cat. I have to tickle his belly to give him some milk. Bye-bye!
Please, wait, I'm begging you. Just one more chance, that's all I ask. Let me just show you how sorry I am. Bruce!
After using up the last of her savings on the hotel, Anya could no longer afford to stay there. She was dragged out kicking and screaming by security and had no choice but to go back and live with her parents. Apparently, in return for caring for her dad, they're allowing her to live with them. Very kind after her midnight vanishing act, don't you think? I heard from a friend that she looks about 10 years older and is leaving the house less and less these days. If I had to guess, I'd say it's due to a combination of the stress of not being used to caring for her aged father and no longer having any money of her own to spend. Oh yeah, by the way, as for the company that fired me, with no one left to carry out maintenance and testing on the servers, bugs and errors started popping up left, right, and center. And it got to the point where the company computers were basically unusable. Daily life at the office was plunged into chaos, and even regular employees were no longer able to do their jobs. I received countless messages from my old boss begging me to come back, but decided to exact some petty revenge by intentionally leaving them on red and answering their calls, but then hanging up after a few seconds. I'd like to say the same thing to both my old company and my ex-wife. The biggest fish is always the one that gets away.